już z nami, prosiłbym o jakiś komentarz na czacie, żebyśmy wiedzieli, że wszystko jest OK. Jak tylko pojawią się komentarze, to zaraz zaczniemy właściwą część wywiadu. I think we have some small delay in the broadcast. But now it's starting to work, I see. Okay. Okej, jeśli jesteście już z nami, proszę o jakieś komentarze. I wtedy zaczniemy. It seems we have some issue with the YouTube channel. I've got some people saying that it's not working correctly.
Okay.
Okay, now it's working. I think people are starting to join and it's showing on YouTube. Awesome. Okay, so without further ado, I will start in Polish and then we'll move to the first question. Cześć, witam wszystkim. Naszym dzisiejszym gościem jest pan Guruprasad Venkatesha, jeden z założycieli projektu B-CUBE.AI, o którym zaraz będziecie mieli okazję dowiedzieć się więcej. Okay, so if you would like to start and say a few words about yourself and introduce yourself to our people, that would be great start.
Yeah, first of all, thanks Igor for having me here. It's a great pleasure and honor to be here and speaking to your community. So my name, as you introduced me, is Guruprasad Venkatesha, but people can call me just Guru. I'm the co-founder.
Guru.
I am the co-founder and CEO of B-CUBE.AI, and we are an ultimate all-in-one AI-driven crypto trading platform. So my background was always into trading. I first made my company in investment management when I was 16 years old. And,
that's great.
Yeah, and that was covered in the national media. And later on, I joined my engineering side to side running my company, because in my engineering school, there was an incubation center for startups, and which was very, very new those times. But it was a very successful startup. And I completed my engineering, and just before that, I exited from the company. So it was a great exit from the university as well as from my startup, I should say. And then I finished my engineering, and I did a very short internship with Bosch. And then I was looking for something more exciting, because finance was always my heartbeat. That's always my passion. So I worked for Morgan Stanley as an investment analyst and a trader.
Impressive.
And after that, I was looking for more adventures, because working for Morgan Stanley was very good, because I got exposed to institutional side of the business, which is very, very different from the retail side of the business, like managing assets And I was in the team which was managing $50 million in asset under management. So it was a very good experience for me back then in equities. So then I met my co-founder, Erwan, who is my CTO now, in a yoga workshop in Paris. So we didn't have any business idea, or we were not even discussing anything about it. We were just talking about yoga and spirituality and stuff like that. So that's how we became very good friends. And later on, we started to like play with Bitcoin. Like, okay, I give you one yoga class and you give me Bitcoins for that. So, and then we were just playing with Bitcoin. And back then, I didn't really believe in Bitcoin, to be very honest. I was feeling like it's probably like a scam or a lottery ticket or something like which can go bust anytime.
And when was it?
It was in 2012, 2013.
Yeah, so very beginning.
Yes, very beginning. And I really didn't have much knowledge about what blockchain technology is all about. So I was just feeling like, okay, Bitcoin is there and it's something like virtual currency. And also, I came from the stock market background. So there was no company here, there was no dividends here, there was no bonus rights issue, nothing, no corporate earnings. So it was very different to me and a bit strange to me at the same time. But slowly and slowly, I got educated about myself into blockchain and what it can do. Then the real interest came. And it was in like 2015 when 2016, like people were, coming out with new currencies, and Doge was there, XRP was there, and
Yeah.
Ethereum came. And in 2016, actually, we started to invest in some ICOs. And when we invested in that ICO, actually, it turned out to be a scam. So me, my friends, and family, and my everyone's family, like we lost 120,000 euros.
Oh
In
God.
yeah, everything was a scam, and we lost money. So we were really thinking like, okay, like how we can solve this problem of like scammers, and at the same time, like how we can trade all the time, but not using any human factor in that. Because many a times I was selling it because I'm feeling sleepy around 1 a.m. in the night, and I go back to bed, and morning I see that it went up so much, but I couldn't wait because I cannot be awake all the time. So then his background is into AI and big data and cloud computing, and he was a topper in his university in AI. So we combined our knowledge in trading and financial side of my knowledge, and AI and expertise in technologies from his side. And that was when B-CUBE was born as a theory. So we started to like make some prototypes initially, which was just so and so. And in 2018 April, we seriously decided like, okay, we need to do something. So we began with a very serious R&D using our own money, like what we were making in trading. We were just investing in research and development. But after 6 months of research and development, we got like very terrible results, and it was not good at all. It was in 2019 actually that we met Dr. Demia Shale, who is our scientific advisor, and he is the head of quantitative finance for University Paris Saclay. So this university is number one in mathematics according to 2020 rankings worldwide, not just in Europe, in the whole world. So he gave his expertise, and he gave us a lot of information about AI trading and how exactly like AI can be used in trading. Because it's very simple to say that yes, we use AI, but how do you use AI? How do you train your models? It's a completely different story. So we started to follow his approach, and we struggled a lot, like for 7 months, and results were like just satisfactory. So we had to change, optimize, and involve a lot of things, because for stock markets you don't have sentiment analysis. It's not so significant, but for cryptocurrency, sentiments is everything. So the sentiment analysis is very important, and the quality of data that we get and how we interpret those data, it's very important. And that is where we mastered it. And then in 2020, we launched our first bot. And after we launched the bot, I think like 15, 20 days later, like there was COVID crash. And bots did extremely well actually at this point of time. So that was a kind of validation that technology works. So then onwards, like we released 4 new bots in November
Yes,
2000.
you can see like 5 bots right now you have on the site.
Correct.
Yes.
That's right.
Okay, we'll talk
So,
about them more a bit in a moment.
sure.
So let me do a quick translation and like a quick recap in Polish, and then we will move on, okay?
Sure.
A więc Guru, jak powiedział, jest już obecny na scenie krypto tak naprawdę praktycznie od samego początku, od praktycznie samego początku, mniej więcej od 2012-2013 roku. Te początki może nie były szczególnie imponujące, ale cały czas zdobywał wiedzę razem ze swoim współzałożycielem przyszłym B-CUBE. Cały czas tę wiedzę pogłębiali, po czym w 2016 roku zaczęli inwestować w ICO. Niestety zakończyło się to porażką i dużymi stratami finansowymi dla obu panów i to stało się tak jakby przyczynkiem do stworzenia projektu B-CUBE, tak aby wyeliminować ten czynnik ludzki i móc cały czas bez przerwy handlować na tych różnych platformach CEX, eliminując wspomniany czynnik ludzki. I mimo iż początki były trudne i po około roku pracy, jak sam Guru przyznał, wyniki nie były imponujące, później udało im się pozyskać pomoc z francuskiego uniwersytetu w Paryżu, należącego do czołówki uniwersytetów matematycznych na świecie. I tam jeden z profesorów zapoznał ich z modelami matematycznymi, które zostały wykorzystane przy tworzeniu kolejnych wersji bota B-CUBE, który został uruchomiony tuż przed pandemią i w tym momencie tak naprawdę okazało się, że uruchomienie tego bota było ogromnym sukcesem i zaczął odnosić bardzo dobre rezultaty na giełdach. Okay, so we'll move on. Just one more thing in Polish. Jeśli chcecie, zapraszam już do zadawania pytań. Będę na bieżąco tutaj mieszał moje pytania z waszymi pytaniami, więc śmiało możecie pisać. Okay, so let us start. There's a lot of bots, you could say, in the market, different stuff. So what is specific about your system? What is the main advantage of B-CUBE.AI?
B-CUBE.AI advantage is about our technology, firstly. And we have like very diverse bots, which means like there is Bitcoin accumulation strategy, there is USDT accumulation strategy, and both of them also. And at the same time, we don't take custody of any funds. And our subscription fee and return on investment that you see, it's very high because our clients are making on an average between like 500 to 1,000. That is the most minimum, like $1,000, I'm saying. So if you see like the 50 euros or 49 euros, what they pay for altcoin bot, it's 20 times what they are paying. So this is one thing. And secondly, like whoever becomes B-CUBE client, they have a different access to a different exclusive channels on Telegram, which we are managing, where they can get like much more trades. And like if they're interested in some manual trading, some gem calls, everything, they get this advantage, which is not there in other platform. And another most important aspect is the educational aspect, because every week we will have an educational webinar, a live webinar, and I will share my screen on Binance, and I will show them like how you can trade on Binance futures, for example, and how this ROE, ROI, how to use the calculators, and how the contracts are there, and everything. If you are a client of B-CUBE.AI, you have access to all these services. So there is like more personal touch than any other bot company. The first thing is like other bot companies, like you go there, you buy there, and that's it. No more personal relationship. You can't ask any questions. But we have 24/7 customer care. A live human is there, 24/7. It's not a robot which is managing, but it's a live human. Any point of time, if you have any problem or any question, you can go on the website right now and you can send a message and you can chat with our agent.
This is actually great. This is great.
Yeah. So that's how like we are completely different from our competitors. And one more very different from our competitors is like we have a DEX trading bot also. And everybody have trading bot for only centralized exchanges, but we have bots for even decentralized exchanges. And how are we different? I don't know if you have like more questions to ask these things in detail, or if you would like me to answer it now itself.
I think that for now this will be perfect. And if anyone has more questions, technical questions, they may ask about it. Just let me do a quick recap as before. A więc zapytane o to, jakie są główne przewagi bota B-CUBE.AI nad innymi botami dostępnymi na rynku. Logiczna, uzyskana też między innymi właśnie tej współpracy z Uniwersytetem w Paryżu. Oprócz tego całe wsparcie techniczne, bo tutaj nie jesteście po zakupieniu tego bota, nie jesteście zostawieni samym sobie, tylko mają zatrudnione, jeśli dobrze zrozumiałem, 24 lub 27 osób z takiego stałego supportu, które są w stanie Wam pomóc, odpowiedzieć na pytania. W dowolnym momencie możecie wejść na stronę i poprosić o tę pomoc. No i dodatkowo są to boty nie tylko służące do handlowania na platformach typu CEX, ale również na DEX-ach, co jest nie tak popularnym rozwiązaniem, więc mamy tutaj znacząco większe możliwości. Okay, so I will just try to share my screen at this point also. We've already got some questions, but I will ask them in a moment. Okay, I think now we should be seeing it right now in the stream. Okay, just let me get it organized. Okay, this way you should be able to see quite well the different bots that we have available. These are the 5 bots that were mentioned. You can see like Bulls and Bears altcoin bot, Bulls and Bears AI FTX bot, AI BitMEX bot, Binance Futures bot, and Swing bot.
I'm sorry, I'm not able to see the bot.
Okay. And a wy widzicie u siebie na ekranach te boty, czy wszystko się dobrze udostępnia? Będę wdzięczny za odpowiedź na czacie. Okay, but I don't know how to share it with you at this point, sorry. And however, I opened the predictions site with bot trading on your website. So we have 5 different bots. What are the differences between the bots? What can you tell us about it?
Sure. So altcoin bot trades only in the altcoin market, anything that is paired with Bitcoin. So the strategy is to grow your Bitcoins, not your USDT. And it trades on almost all the coins that is present on Binance and which is paired with BTC. So you need to have BTC balance in your account to strike this bot. And FTX bot, you can, on FTX exchange, you can have anything as a collateral. You can have a stable coin or you can have a BTC, but your PNL is settled in US dollars. So this is the difference between Binance and FTX. And when it comes to BitMEX, the core currency is Bitcoins and the PNL is also settled in Bitcoin for all the contracts. So this is the difference between, like, it's just a different exchange. That's it. Like, that's the only difference. But it's the same models that is working. But the Swing bot is a little bit different because Swing bot works on a different time frame. It's more like a positional trade. It's not a day trading trade. It's more positional. It can hold positions sometimes for even like 10 days, 15 days, or even more than that. So it will hold until the trend is reversing. So it's more like a trend following bot.
Okay. A więc tutaj główną różnicą pomiędzy poszczególnymi botami są po prostu tak naprawdę ich zastosowania do różnych giełd. And are any of those 5 bots is available for DEX as well?
No, it will be the same model that will be used for the DEX. But the DEX trading bot, as of now, its bot is ready. The smart contracts which will be used for the trading is completely audited by Mixbytes, and the audited results are always are already published in the white paper as well. So every entire mechanism is ready. We are just trying to like test it now with our own funds, and also test it with different features, like for example exit feature. For example, like if we have already like executed a trade, to see that like if it's processing properly. So this kind of like risk management tools, like we are just trying to check it. Once it is there, like we will be releasing. So probably like in another 2 months, 2.5 months, we will be able to put it into production.
Okay, that's great. Zapytałem o to, czy bot dla platform DEX już jest dostępny. Odpowiedzią jest to, że na chwilę obecną jest on już praktycznie skończony. Pozostały tam ostatnie szczegóły do dogrania związane przede wszystkim z zarządzaniem ryzykiem przy handlu. I w ciągu jakichś 2 miesięcy powinien być już dostępny do użytku. Okay, so we'll have some questions. And since the questions are asked in English, then I will not bother translating them into Polish later on, because I presume that listeners will understand the answer if they can ask the question. So, C. Damian T is asking, you mentioned the bot did well during a coin crash. Did you had any experience during a bear market during pre-mid 2020? If so, were these results better or worse than current bull market?
Well, to be honest, like bots were not really existing at that point of time when we had the bear market. So the best way to know this one, and what everybody gets excited, is the backtesting results. So on backtesting, everything looks like a lion or a tiger or like an elephant, but reality is totally different. And also our scientific advisor and any experienced quantitative analyst or a data scientist will tell you the same, that backtesting results are not conclusive. They can just show you some kind of directions, because if someone is really curious, I shared one of the backtesting results of some of the models that we will be deploying very soon. It's a new 3 more bots which we will be deploying. And I shared with my community everywhere like about the backtesting results of these strategies. And ETH USDT strategy for 15 minutes time frame, which will be slightly more in frequency, I mean in trading, it's giving something like a 6,000% returns since 2019 July until like 2021.
Okay.
But trust me, it's not really true. Okay, like in reality, it will be like more, maybe like 10% of it, or like probably like 20% of it, not more than that.
That would still sum up to 600%, yes?
Yeah, 600%, or probably even 1,000%. It's possible. It's possible. Like bots have done that one before, so it is entirely possible. But definitely not 7,000%. Like nobody can make it.
Well,
it's
too bad.
It's too good to be true. And I'm very honest, like it's not right, because I know how the models work, and definitely 7,000% is not right. So if we want, like, of course, for every model, we can backtest it to see it, like whether it's working or not. But that's not the reality. For example, let me say, like in backtesting results, they will tell you like buy Bitcoin at 50,000 and sell it like 50,800. Okay, like it's like 1.5% gain. So 50,800 at that point of time when it is backtesting, maybe there was not enough liquidity. So it just touched the price and it came back. So just touching the price doesn't mean you actually sold it. So from there, actually, it might have gone down to stop loss. So it is all entirely possible. So for those reasons, like it cannot be really taken at a face value, but it just gives you a kind of indication like what's going on. So answering to this question, like in bear market, we have just backtested it and results were good. Actually, it was good. It was at least beating the buy and hold of Bitcoin, because that is the benchmark we keep. It should be able to beat the buy and hold benchmark. So yeah, in that way, yes. But we don't know until really bear market comes and how it's performing. We don't know. I'm just very honest about that.
We'll see when it happens.
Yeah, I hope so. Not so soon.
Yeah, well, I think we all hope so. Okay, next question coming. Do you have some kind of flash crash security?
Very good question. Very, very good question. Actually, there are different ways of protecting against this flash crash. The first thing is like our bots works on a OCO orders, which means like one cancels the other kind of orders. We didn't make it like an open bot, because what normally people do is like they have a trend following bot. We have swing bot, for example, because swing bot doesn't come with a stop loss. It will just wait until the trend is reversing, and then it sells if the trend is reversing. But when it comes to like this other kind of trades, it has its own problem, because in this kind of trend following bot, a flash crash will not help. It will sell it at very low price. So we came out with this OCO bot, which means like one cancels the other orders, OCO orders. And in OCO orders, like most of the time, yes, it gets sold. But if the flash crash is like really, really flashy, then OCO orders will not really help. But at the same time, what happens is like you can have other kind of tools. Like there is one French data provider which is called as Skyco, and what they do is like they will be monitoring the prices every time. It's like making an API call or through the web socket to see like what is the price of Bitcoin at this point of time, or what is the price of like Chainlink or Cardano or whatever it is. It is watching like every few seconds what is the price. And if there is a flash like in that second, it will watch and it will try to like sell it. This will probably like lessen the chances of getting badly hammered during the flash crash, but even that doesn't really protect you 100%. So the simple answer is like there is no such real protection against the flash crash, whether it's the stock market or whether it's the crypto market. It's a very, very technologically difficult issue to solve.
Okay, thank you. I hope this answered the questions. If you want more specifics, let us know. Next question from Marcin. How the returns on the bots compare historically to hodling?
Well, yes, that as I said like before, like our benchmark is like Bitcoin, and altcoin bot is beating Bitcoin buy and hold by many folds, if not by one or two, like much more than that. It is beating the buy and hold. Some of the bots are lagging behind, and they will catch up at some point of time, because in bots we have to understand one thing: bots are not monthly paychecks. It's not a salary. That's what people think actually. Like I put now, like in 15 days how much I can make, in 1 month how much I can make. It doesn't work like that. If you go to any classical asset management like Morgan Stanley or JP Morgan or Goldman Sachs or someone, if you see like the way they manage the funds, they don't do it that way like what people expect. They make it like 3 years close-ended fund, 5 years close-ended fund. Within that time, they know what they have to do, because it takes time for everything. Sometimes the strategies will go down to drawdowns, which means like in the negative, and then they come up to the positive. All these things are possibility. So bots doesn't necessarily mean like, they give you a month every day or like every month. They are not paychecks. But what we say is the very honest approach, that there is no such bot which works all the time in all the market conditions. It's just a lie if somebody tells you that. So there is no such bot. And what is the solution for it? Solution is like you have to diversify your portfolio among different bots. Because right now it's a bull market, some bot is working good. That's great, amazing. But when there is a bear market, some other bot will work good. What happens is, like in the bull market, it's just way up. And in the, like in the falling market, it's just way down.
Yeah.
It's very easy to predict. Let me say, like if we have a choppy market, like a bear market, like which is neither dying, not alive, or like kind of a kangaroo market, as they call it as, like just like jumping something, then the scalp bot will work good here. Because the scalp bot is like quickly scalping. It's got some kind of like ends, like this is my point number 1 and point number 2. Within that, like the markets are ranged. So it will weigh the average volatility of this and takes advantage of that. So in this way, like scalp bot works good, and neither other kind of bots works, or like this type of bots work there. So my answer is simple, that you need to diversify among different bots in the marketplace, and then you can manage any type of markets. in that proper diversification. Also, if you have a little bit more money towards altcoin bot, for example, right now, and when markets are like going south, like you just have to reduce your exposure to that bot and increase your exposure to something else, which can work at some point of time.
And does any of your bots at this moment, available at this moment, offer this scalping possibility? Is it good at it?
We are coming up with this scalping bot. Actually, this is what we released it to our community quite recently. And very soon, like within 1 or 2 months, we will start the beta testing with some people, absolutely free of cost, of course. And once the beta testing is finished and people are happy with the kind of returns that they are seeing, and then we will put it into production.
Okay, that's great. Zapytałem o to, czy obecnie dostępne boty posiadają już funkcjonalność pozwalającą na skuteczne zarabianie metodą scalpingu. Są te boty w przygotowaniu i również w ciągu 2 miesięcy mniej więcej powinny być już produkowane, tworzone. Dzięki, Marcin, za pytanie. Okay, now one question from me. I let myself to ask it because it was already mentioned a few times that this is also a bot marketplace. B-CUBE.AI is also a bot marketplace, yes? So are you planning to allow also like third-party bots to be available on B-CUBE, or will it be only your bots?
No, actually, B-CUBE is a marketplace of crypto trading bots. That is what it was, like AI-driven crypto trading bots. But now we are not just an AI-driven crypto trading bots, but we are becoming much more inclusive by introducing many other products. So in very soon, like in Q3, as per our roadmap, we are actually launching the third-party crypto trading marketplace. But here we will be very selective by taking in the people like who have proven something in the past. We won't allow everybody to post their strategies on our platform. Then it will be like a competition between us and them, like whose bots are performing good. So in this kind of competition, actually the people will be the winners because they can always buy which is performing good. So we are always pro people, pro common man, and pro competition, healthy competition. So we will be allowing third-party crypto bots to be available on our platform too.
Awesome, thank you. A więc tak, boty pochodzące z innych źródeł powinny być również dostępne już w trzecim kwartale tego roku na platformie B-CUBE. Guru uważa, że jest to bardzo zdrowe rozwiązanie. Będzie w ten sposób również można porównać wydajność botów tworzonych przez B-CUBE z innymi botami dostępnymi na ich platformie i każdy będzie mógł sam sobie ocenić, który bot jest bardziej korzystny i z którego bardziej opłaca się korzystać. Okay, next question from Damian. Is there any way to decide which parameters AI should or shouldn't use, or does user have to trust that the settings developers have set up?
They have to just trust that the settings developers have set up, of course, because in AI system itself, like they cannot make any a choice of their own. But what they can probably do is like they can have the settings on the dashboard, like where they can assign how much of their money they want to use it per trade. If they want just 5% of their money to be used per trade, they can do it. For example, if they have $1,000 and they just want like $50 to be placed on every single trade, they can do it. They're free to do it. And they are free to select even the leverage also. They can put it like 2x, 5x, 10x, or like 100x, which is what I call as RectX, because 100x is RectX. So, but like they are free to select what they want. But if they don't do anything, then that will be defined. That is by default what bot is deciding. So they have this privilege and liberty to choose the leverage or the amount of money that they are using in the trade, but they cannot select the parameters itself. No.
Okay.
Possible.
Okay, thank you for the answer. Okay, I see Damian has even more questions, but we'll switch to someone else at this point, and I will come back later to Damian's question. Marcin is asking, when we can make an inquiry to build my own bot?
When can we make an inquiry to build my own bot? Well, it's there in the roadmap. Like we are making that next year. What we are doing is like in machine learning models, we have different layers there. Like one which trains the model and one which trains so many different aspects. Like there is like sensitivity layer that we actually brought into picture in January, where we have certain parameters, and if any particular asset is trying is like hesitating to hit the target, it's coming very close to it but coming back, very close to it or coming back, then automatically AI will take the decision to sell it in the open market at that price if it's like within 2%, like less than stop loss. So there are like many layers. What we are doing is like we give this layer to the people and they can build their own bot on top of it. So whatever strategies that they are building is getting like, like it all the feeds, all their parameters is going into AI models, and then their results will be more optimized than what human can make. So this is like build
That's
your
very interesting aspect.
yeah, this is like build your own AI ML bot. It's not build your own bot from the scratch, because they're not building it from the scratch. They're building something based on selecting like MACD or RSI or something. They take the different technical indicators, and they can even take our sentiment analysis part. And then we are giving the core AI models. And they just like, like just tick these things, pick and drop, back test it. If you like it, you use it. And if you like it, you can rent it to somebody else.
Yeah, that's actually something new, I think, on the market. Great.
Yeah.
And you say this will be next year, yes?
Yes, this will be in the next year, yes.
Okay, perfect.
And I would like to take the question of Damian, because he has a very interesting question, which I really love, actually, this kind of question. He said, you sound like you're really believing that the bot
Yeah,
does a great job.
I was going to ask it.
Using it. Really, Damian, I'm using all of my bots, but my money is like very well allocated between the bots. Right now, most of my money is in altcoin bot, as all of our clients, and some other second biggest money is into swing bot, and other money is being distributed in Bitmax, because I want more Bitcoins, not USDT. That's not what I want really. So a little bit of there in Binance futures, and a little bit is there in FTX also. And the reason why I'm using different exchanges is like some of the coins that is present on Binance, it's not there on FTX. So like there is like some advantages that we get. So of course, like I'm using all the bots.
Okay, that's great that you have faith in the product and it's working well for you, I hear.
So please don't use the bot if I am not using it.
Okay. Okay, next question from Nguyen. I hope I read it correctly. Launchpad will run on any exchange? And do you need more money to run Launchpad? I think it's about if you're going to use a Launchpad for your IDO or ICO.
Yeah, we are approached by two big launchpads as of now, and we are just we are in the negotiating stage, and one is at a very very advanced level stage, but still we have requested them like we want to do one round ourselves for our own people, and then for the final round we will go to them. So
yes, because you have the ICO going on your page currently, yes?
We finished the first rounds, like we sold our tokens to clients initially, and we did like client round 1, client round 2, and then pre-seed and the seed round. And now we are doing the private round, but we would like to do it for clients, because only 100 clients could get the opportunity to participate in I mean like the 4 rounds that I mentioned before. So this was just finished very very quickly. So we raised like $475,000 there, and now we are raising like it's like $1.2 million. So the demand is like extremely huge, and we don't know like how quickly it will be finished. So we would like to give it to our community, because this is what we believe in, because our community has made us who we are, and they trusted our product, they trusted with their money to put into the project. So I think they deserve to have it. So this is what we are negotiating currently with our launchpad, and yeah, it's going on. So yeah, let me say, like,
Very nice.
this round we will do it ourselves, and then we will go to the launchpad.
Great. Okay, that's great news. And when approximately are you planning this IDO launchpad launch?
Well, I think like this month we will sell off these tokens, like 8 million tokens that we have at 15 cents now. And once this is sold, like, I think probably next month we will be able to make IDO.
Okay, that's great. We have some positive feedback from your users. I see Queen Mariah fan says that he's using, or she is using, the bot and signals from the team, and it has been incredible. So it seems it's working for your people. That's great.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thanks. It's great to hear, Queen.
According to your website, because when you look at the website, I created an account to see what you offer. You have this bot trading, signal trading, DEX trading. We have covered like bot and DEX trading. What about the signal trading? Do you have like a bot for this as well, or is this a signal channel for your users?
Well,
How does
like,
it work?
thanks. Signal trading is just the same things. Like, we're just posting the signals of what bot is generating on a different type of page. That's it. It's the same thing, because there is an AI model which generates the signals, and there is a bot which catches the signals. So there are people like who don't want bot to work because they want to take the decision themselves. So they would like to see if they like it or not. So for those people, we have kept the signals also.
Okay. And I want to ask also, because the ICO is in progress, the IDO launchpad is coming. So what will be the use cases for B-Cube token? What can you tell us about this?
Sure. So if you buy B-Cube tokens, certain amount of B-Cube tokens, and if you take it on our platform, then you can get signals for free, bots for free, educational content for free, and you can get discounts on additional bots that you would like to add, and you can get discounts on the third-party bots. These are some of the use cases of B-Cube tokens. And also, like, in the future, whatever the new products that we bring, services we bring, who knows, maybe we will build our own launchpad like very soon, or like probably next year. We don't know. Like, we can always do some new things. And then, like, this same B-Cube token can be used even for getting access to these kind of services also. And some of the unique feature is like, for example, people buy tokens in the ICO, and sometimes ICO token prices can go below their purchase price. So we wanted to like protect people from this one. So imagine someone buys it at 15 cents and the price goes down to like 13 cents. Now they are at 2 cents loss per token. So what we have done is, like, in case if you have bought your tokens during the ICO round or any round, whatever price you have paid during your round, the same price we are going to buy it back if you are taking some services and products on our platform.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah. For example, if there is a bot for $15, let me say, and you paid it like 15 cents, so you just have to give 100 B cubes irrespective of the price in the market. It can be like 10 cents or 12 cents or something. It doesn't matter. But we will give exactly the same price what you paid during the token sale, provided you are buying the products and services only on our platform. And if it is prices like much more than market price, like, no, you have to pay the market price. But if it is below, yes, we will accept it at the price what you have paid for. So these are some of the unique salient features of our token.
Well, it seems that you really care a lot about your community that trusted
Absolutely.
you during the ICO.
Absolutely.
Nice. This is a very nice approach. And Gian has one more question. What's the exact signal you give, and how many percent is it?
Well, it's the exact signal you give is how many percent?
Yeah, I think what percent you can return on investment from the signal? What can you expect?
Well, like signals, as I'm saying, like, it's a manual trading. Like, it needs them to see the signal and take the manual actions. So if they're trading on all the signals and everything, I think like return on equity, which is like their total portfolio, can be anywhere between 20 to 30% per month. So that depends on again on the market. So this question everybody asks, but
Yeah.
it's not so sensible answer that I can give it really, because it depends on so many factors, whether we are in bull run or bear run, and how is the Bitcoin performing, because that's the benchmark. So as of now, it's between 20 to 30%, something like that.
Okay. And the next question, it's actually something that also caught my eye on your website. Profit sharing smart contract. This is new. I do not understand very well. This is also something that caught my eye when I was browsing through your website. What exactly is this profit sharing smart contract, and how does it work?
Well, this is the DEX trading bot. What you have to do is you have to connect your wallet, like on Fortmatic, which is very similar to MetaMask, to our platform, to our smart contracts. And when you connect it, you have to transfer USDTs there. And B-CUBE doesn't have a function to call your funds, which means like we cannot withdraw your funds, we can't touch your funds. But you just have to give permission to us, like to buy and sell on your behalf. Just like how like people are doing right now by giving their API keys. In the same way, this is like DEX format of API keys, because there is no API keys concept in DEX. So you have to integrate it to the smart contract and deposit your USDT there. So whenever there is a new signal from the bot, your USDT will be used to buy something. For example, it can be like BAT, basic attention token, or something else in Uniswap. And we buy, and let me say like I buy BAT like for $1 and I sell it for $1.20. So we made 20% profit now. And when this 20% profit is coming back, 80% of it goes to the client and 20% of it comes automatically to B-CUBE. And it is like pay per trade and pay per bot. It's something like that. There is no monthly fees. There is no monthly subscription. There is no management fees. There is no entry fees. There is no exit fees. There is only one fees, and that is what is profit sharing here. So
Yeah,
it is
that's a
profit sharing
very
only.
elegant solution.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you pay only when you make money. If you don't, if it is a loss, like nobody gets paid anything.
Yeah, okay, that's also something new. I've never seen something like that. So yeah, interesting solution. Okay, also one more question from me. You have many different bots and even more coming. And are there any bots that will be taking care of arbitrage? So can we cash on arbitrage using your bots?
We are actually thinking of it now, and we are planning to make it in the DEX trading itself, because there are a lot of arbitrage opportunities there on different DEX. So we are working on it now and giving a concrete thought on it, but it's not really in the advanced stage as of now.
Okay. Thank you. We have one more question from Michał, but it was answered before. Do you use bots privately? Yes, Guru already answered that he's using the bots available on the website, and he's using all of them, right?
Yeah, all of them. Yes.
To share, to diversify, and he is happy with the result. Łukasz, hello, Łukasz. What will be the market cap at the beginning?
With the present tokenomics, it will be around $1 million.
How much?
$1 million.
$1 million. Okay, yes. That's quite small market cap for the beginning. And how many tokens will that be?
Well, like the first rounds, what we made, like 10 million token sale, that will be locked 1 month post token generation event. So there will be nothing during the listing times. So another 15 million what we are selling, it's a spread between 8 million and 7 million. So this 8 million, like 25% of it will be available, which is like 2 million tokens. And in the second one, 7 million tokens, what we are selling in the final round, 50% of it will be available. So it's 3.5 million. So it's 5.5 million tokens. And if we make the calculations of the price together, it will be around $1 million.
Okay. Perfect, thank you. I see one more question from Damian asked before. Will it be possible to use bots combined with leverage trading? I think it was also answered.
Yes, it is possible, yes.
Okay, thanks. For now, that's all from our fans. I think I've also asked most of the questions that I wanted to ask. You answered also a lot of questions yourself before I have the possibility to ask them with your extensive answers. So thank you for that. And okay, so is there anything more that you would like to add from your side about the product? Maybe you would like to give us some more insight into like unique specifics of the B-Cube to convince people to start using it.
I would say that like convincing through words will not really help. And what they have to do is like join our community. I mean, like not our ICO community, but our trading community. We have different community for that. And they need to join there and they need to ask for feedback from some of the users who have been using it for like 3 months or more than 3 months or something. And they need to know like how it's performing really. So if it's performing well, then people are there for so many months. If it was not performing, then they would not pay for it. So there should be something for sure. And not even a single person in our community will ever tell you that no, we just made our money back. Definitely not. They have made at least like 10 to 20x every month than what they are paying as a subscription fees. And we have purposely kept it very low, the subscription fees, because we want it possible for everybody to buy. It should be very affordable and everybody should be able to get an opportunity to put their hands on this technology. So that's the reason like why we have priced it so low. Let them get the feedback, let them go back, let them do some homework, let them take their time, relaxed, no problem at all. Then they can come back and take the bot, use it themselves. If they like it, they can use it. In 15 days, if they don't like it, like they can get their money back, even if they are asking for us. So absolutely no problem. So they can always check it out.
Great. Okay, thank you. And one more question. I think this will be the last one. AI-based technology is yours or from a third-party developer?
Nobody that no AI company or like no data science company will ever do it as a third party thing. It's all developed completely in house, and we have IP over everything that we have done. We have completely intellectual property on everything, and we will be very soon like patenting it.
And about this, because you actually do most of the stuff in-house, so aren't you afraid that this might set you back a bit against the competition that is using like a third-party help? Won't your solutions made in-house take too much time to introduce to keep up with the market?
I didn't really get your question. I'm sorry. Like, can you please come again?
Sure. Aren't you afraid that making your own in-house solution will take too much time actually to keep up with the market against the competition that is using like third-party solutions as well?
No, absolutely no. Because we have made so far everything in house, and we didn't face such a kind of problem. Actually, it's not about like how much time you take for developing when it comes to AI or like any kind of technology as such. Time is not the issue here. The question is about like how much right you get it when you spend so much of time. Because if we can take some third party developers, they come and we don't have the IP over it, we will have always some problems. Finally someone can steal your technology. Anything can happen. And moreover, like just because you're taking it from outside doesn't guarantee you any success either, because it's all about the approach, because it's the same mathematics that you use in machine learning. It's the same kind of like libraries in Python, like random forest or like TensorFlow or something. It's the same thing which everybody uses. It's more like, if I have to give a very generalized answer so that everybody understands, it's the same salt, it's the same paprika powder, it's the same oil, and it's the same thing what everybody uses for cooking. But someone's cooking tastes much more tastier than others, because it's an art of cooking. In the same way, like making this technology or understanding of the markets, the pulse of the markets, and how you adopt your system to ever-changing market is an art, and it's not necessarily coming from having bigger sources. Sometimes you can have a team of like 20 people, 30 people. It looks very good on the paper, like you have a big team, but the ROI of such a big team might not be the same always. It may be good, it might not be good. So what is very important is like having 5 strong soldiers than having like 30 weak soldiers.
I like that analogy. Thanks for the answer. We actually have 2 more questions now in the chat. So Łukasz is asking, he's saying that he wants to buy 25,000 of B-CUBE tokens because of the free bot. And will this amount change or will it stay fixed?
Well, like right now it is the same. We are not changing it. But for sure, after the listing, we have to change it. Imagine like if B-CUBE tokens list at 5x, it's not a promise. It's not a financial advice. Definitely not. It's not anything. It's just a kind of assumption, just an assumption for this example. If it makes 5x, like from the final price of 20 cents, it will be like $1. And $1 for 25,000 B-CUBE tokens is $25,000, and not everybody can have so much of money just to get one bot for free, right? So we have to like come down at that point of time like to 2,500 B-CUBE tokens. So it will be changing randomly, dynamically, as per the price of the B-CUBE token. So we will see to that like this staking things will change every month once, not every minute, every second when there is a 20% pump and dump. Like we don't do that, but we will keep changing it like once in a month by seeing the average price, like what is the good thing, so that more people can get the benefit of it.
That's logical. Glad to hear that, and that's a good thing to remember, to keep in mind. Michał is asking if it will be possible to use the bot to trade into stable coins.
Presently, like no, but maybe in the future we will try to consider, because right now we are in the bull market, so let's get as much as bitcoins as possible, and then when it's a bear market, let's concentrate on the stable coin.
Okej, thank you. Więc na tym etapie nie ma możliwości wykorzystania bota do handlowania do stablecoinów, natomiast w przyszłości pewnie będzie to możliwe. Póki jesteśmy w rynku byka, to trzeba jak najdłużej korzystać z możliwości, które daje nam Bitcoin, a później będziemy mogli myśleć o wychodzeniu do stablecoinów. More question from Christian. Do you use your bots in forex markets, for example, at fiat markets, Euro USD?
We have this in the roadmap actually in the future, like probably to use it for stock markets and for other kind of asset class. But right now we don't really have any plans to introduce it to forex markets or stock markets or something, because crypto markets delivers like 100 times more money than any other asset class. So we would like to stick with something that gives us better returns. So once there is a bull market is finished and like there is a bear market, or like it's not so attractive or interesting, then we can at least go and earn more money in some other markets. But right now everything is fine. Okay,
thank you. So our 1 hour that we scheduled is coming to an end, and I see that that's all for the questions. And I would like to thank you for this very insightful interview. You provided us with a lot of technical information on the bot. I think it was very educational for all the people who participated in the AMA. Thank you for your time. Thank you for joining us here.
It was a pleasure, Igor. It was a pleasure to talk to your community and as well as you, and to have a very good conversation with you. And I hope like we will have more in the future.
Sure. We'll see after some time when you go with your IDO. Maybe we can do some recap of your activities. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thanks for
Okay. Bye-bye. See you. Goodbye. Dziękuję Wam wszystkim za uwagę i do zobaczenia na następnym AMA.